Greetings, Saints, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Barbara Dean Franklin Show. I'm your host, Barbara Dean Franklin, and today I have the awesome pleasure of sitting with my friend, LaTisha Moore. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to sit with me today. I truly appreciate it. LaTisha, you wear so many hats, and there are so many different things that you do. We're going to go and talk about them one by one. So the first thing that I want to talk about is your involvement with Long Realty Group. Tell me a little bit about Long Realty, what it is that you do, your role there, and you know what it is that you guys are doing.
Okay. And again, thank you for having me.
No problem.
I am a licensed realtor at Long Realty Group. We are a full service brokerage. We do residential. We work with sellers, buyers. We do short sales. If you've heard that term, we'll get into it a little bit more. Right. And we also do some commercial real estate. So we help anyone and everybody with their real estate needs.
Okay.
There's a lot of investors at this time with current property values being so low. We're able to help investors. We're able to help first-time home buyers. We're also able to help sellers who are looking to liquidate their assets, whether it's a homeowner or even an investor who's looking to sell off properties. And, you know, as we know, properties are at a discounted rate right now.
Right. Well, I became involved with Long Realty. Well, you know, everybody that follows the show knows that I talk about the Townsend Divas, and there was one of my shows I did with my daughter where I had a moment of silence for Annie Long, who is a dear friend of mine who passed away in July. And so Annie's son, Jabari Long, is the owner and founder of Long Realty.
That is correct.
Okay. And so I retired, and I went to my lawyer and my finance guy, and, you know, they both were like, you know, I don't know how you're going to make it. You know, you're retiring. The house you're in is upside down. You need to walk away from it. You know, stop paying your mortgage on the house. You know, it just does not make sense for you to continue to do that. Well, I know that Jabari was in real estate, so I went to him, and, you know, he helped me in an amazing way. That, you know, now my house is mine, free and clear.
Right.
That I was in the process of doing a short sale.
Yes.
But he found out that I didn't even have to do the short sale. So I guess it is really beneficial for people who are sitting with mortgages that are upside down or sitting in a home that they can no longer afford to really reach out to Long Realty Group, because you guys have so much knowledge.
Right.
You know the market. You know the things, the ins and out of things that are happening. And, I mean, it was nothing short of a miracle what it is that you guys introduced me to and helped me to do. So the people that are looking at this show, you know, people are walking away from their homes. They're in distress. They're depressed, you know, because they cannot afford it, and you've stayed so long and you don't want to give it up, and you're losing things. I mean, there are ways that you guys can even show people how, if they have to leave, that they can get money out of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, the term short sale is just that you owe more than the value of the house, the current market value of the house. And based on that, the lender is willing to sell the house at a reduced price because of the market value. So for example, if you owe $80,000 on your house, meaning that's what your mortgage is set for, but the current values in your area are only $6,000, the lender will take a look at that, and you can sell your home at that decreased value. And in doing that, you can also walk away with anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000 in expenses to help you relocate when selling your home. A lot of times, these homes, not only can people afford them to pay the mortgage, but they also can't afford the repairs. So in a lot of cases, it makes sense that they are relocating, but don't just move out and walk away. You should actually pick up the phone, give us a call, to see where you stand. You never know. Maybe they did not foreclose on the property yet, so there may be another avenue that we can take. And you should let the experts handle that and be able to give you that information versus kind of having the information and not really knowing what the next step is.
Exactly. Because if it had not been for me calling and working with Jabari, and not only just working with Jabari, but I knew for a fact that I was in good hands. I knew that this is a guy that has integrity and character, that was raised the right way, that is going to do everything that he can to help his customer, who, I'm his customer.
Yeah.
So he's going to do everything at my best interest. He's trying, you guys are trying to help the community. And again, we'll talk about all the other things that you're doing. But I know that here's a company with class, with integrity, with character that is doing something. Yes, you make money, but definitely in the meantime, you're helping people.
Right.
And that's what good businesses do. They try to help people. So if anybody is having a problem with their mortgage, or, you just don't even know what to do, you should be calling Long Realty Group at 313-309-3309. Again, that number is 313-309-3309. And you can reach them at their website at www.longrealtygroupllc.com. longrealtygroupllc.com. Really blessed me. And like for my birthday, he called me. He said, "Hey, the home is yours. It's free and clear." I guess I could say happy birthday. So Jabari, thank you. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate that. Okay, LaTisha, let's talk about your nonprofit group. HUD, is it housing?
Metro Detroit Housing Service.
Okay.
Metro Detroit Housing Service was birthed out of real estate knowledge. Myself and my business partner, Jabari Long, we, have been in real estate for a while. And when the market changed, we knew that it had a lot to do with the lack of education. That's why so many people, unfortunately, got into a bind, is because of the lack of education, the knowledge behind why certain decisions were made in regards to their mortgages. And so out of that birthed the nonprofit, which is Metro Detroit Housing Service. At Metro Detroit Housing Service, we actually do housing education. And we also do financial literacy. We work with low to moderate income families. We offer free seminars, free to anyone. And we work with other organizations such as churches, community service organizations, in an effort to get the information out. It's very important. It's very critical. Once you buy a house, it just doesn't stop there. There's maintenance that comes along with that. Again, people are in trouble. They bought houses, they have mortgages, and then there's issues with the roof, and there's issues in the basement. So it's almost like, I'm paying this monthly mortgage, but yet I have all these issues with the house. So it starts from the beginning to the end. Like, how do you pre-qualify for a house? If I can't buy now, when can I buy? And really, it's all about education. It's all about being financially healthy, really. Knowing how to budget so you can pay your mortgage and pay your other expenses, lights, gas, everything.
Now, I know that when you guys had partnered with the Judge Mathis Center. Yolanda Lockett, and you guys were doing the financial literacy seminars, and I came to one of them, and I thought, I help, promote. I'm always supporting people that I see that are doing good things, and it's because of the lack of support that people are in the situations that they're in. We don't want to reach out and ask questions about things that we, because for a while with me, I'm like, I don't want anybody to know my business. I just stopped paying my mortgage on the advice of a bankruptcy lawyer, on the advice of my CPA, who said, okay, if you're retiring, this is what I'm looking at. You look, you're barely making it, you know, and you work every day. So what are you going to do, you know, when you retire? So, you know, it's hard to go in and sit down and start to tell your business to somebody. But when you do that, you'll be surprised at the wealth of information, because the people who are doing what they do, that are experts at what they do, they can help you. So your financial literacy seminars that, you know, I went to prior to, you know, even deciding to do all of this, you know, kind of is what kind of sparked my interest, or, you know, gave me an idea, you know, you really can't do this anymore. It does not make good walking around sense to continue to do what you're doing. You're just putting good money into a bad investment, and you'll never get out of this situation. And so that in itself is depressing. You know, when you get up and you see that you're throwing away $750 a month, it's just never, you're never addressing that principle. You know, everything is going to the interest. And so I think that those seminars are so good. They are, I mean, really what we need, and especially in my community, you know, that we need to educate our people. You know, just share with you that a lady that lived across the street from me walked away from her home, and nobody ever foreclosed on it. So she's been gone 6 years. There's a squatter. He's over there. He's been there 4 years. You know, he cuts the grass. He, you know, he's doing what he's supposed, but he has a house now. You know, that is, you know, that is free and clear, you know, and you see people that are going into some of these properties because of the mortgage companies do not want to spend the money to repair. It costs them more money to foreclose on a property than it, you know, than it's really worth. So they, you know, walk away. But we need to have the knowledge of that, because everybody is not like that. I mean, there are some people that are foreclosing, setting you out, going through the sheriff's sales, doing all. So you need to have the expert to help you with that. But with your the housing services, because you offer, you know, the education and the knowledge, it is so critical for people to, you know, even before you buy a house, to maybe to do some of your seminars. So now you said that you will go out to different businesses and you offer that service free of charge?
Free of charge, just free of charge. We've also partnered up with some churches and pastors in an effort to do the same thing on the residential side. And that is because, again, the landscape has been changing and changes, and the churches has been the backbone of the community, and the landscape has changed so much. So we've really been pushing and working with pastors in an effort to grab hold of that community again, because there's so many vacant properties and vacant land, or even, you know, unfortunately, pastors also have lost churches just because of the mortgage, but there's opportunity for them to buy something on the low end because of property values. So we're doing the same thing we're doing with residents, we're doing with churches. In regards to Long Realty Group and Metro Detroit Housing, where we're doing education, working with them. I've worked with some pastors. I've also been on 1400 AM, talking about working with pastors and redeveloping the community, and just helping them out the same way that we help residents out, because it's all about the community. We need it all. We need families in the community. We need business stakeholders in the community, and we need churches in the community.
Most definitely. But the only way that the community is that we all come together. If we do not support each other, if we take our business out to other places and other areas, then we don't grow the community.
Absolutely.
So we have people in the community, you know, that are willing to help the community. We all need to somehow come together, because we have all the little different grassroots organizations doing this, and this. And it's going to take everybody coming together. It does not matter how we get where we need to go. We just need to get there.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So if they wanted to contact you about a free financial literacy seminar, or about what Michigan Housing Services does, how do they get in contact with you?
They can call me directly at 313-350-4338. You also can go to our website, which is MetroDetroitHousingService.org. Again, that's MetroDetroitHousingService.org. And you can send an email if you're interested in scheduling for a financial literacy seminar. We've worked with, you know, as I stated, we worked with other churches, and gone in, spoke to their congregation. We've partnered up with McDonald's, ECS Partnership McDonald's, and we've done free financial literacy seminars at the McDonald's location called Coffee and Finance. And, you know, great turnouts along with a cup of coffee. So it's great. And we continue to offer those seminars free. And all you have to do is call and schedule.
Okay, great. And then you have the nonprofit Young Adult Best Inc.
Yes.
This is just where you're helping
young adults with life skills, career skills. If you notice, over the years within the school system, they really have downplayed job skills. We're gearing everyone to push towards higher education, which is absolutely phenomenal. I've been to college. I've graduated, so it's absolutely phenomenal. However, college isn't for everyone.
And that is not.
And in knowing that it's not for everyone, having a skill set, finding your career, your niche, what is it that drives you?
Exactly.
We don't have programs like that. And at Young Adult Best, that's what we strive to do. We strive to build and educate young people in finding what it is they want to do. What are they good at? But in finding what they're good at and what they can do, we also have to make sure that they understand what the real world is. What it means to go to work at 5, take a scheduled lunch, come back and end at the end of the day and complete your task. So it's important to be able to know how to build your resume so you can take the next step to, you know, the next challenge in your career, and even sitting down for an interview. So all those different pieces.
And how important customer service is.
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
How important it is to give your customer what it is that they're looking for. How important it is to not take things personal when you're on a job. You know, how important it is to not take your job home with you, you know, when you leave there. How important it is to just have the confidence that you do what you do to the very best of your ability. And if you give your best, then, you know, that's all that you can do. And sometimes, you know, you raise the bar, you know, your best just keeps getting better. I was talking to my prayer partner this morning as I pray for my daughters. When you say that college is not for everybody, I had my daughter, my oldest daughter, on the show, and, you know, she talked about not graduating from high school, but her passion was hair. And she just opened up her own salon.
Oh, that's wonderful.
You know, it is, you know, so to see her passion, and we were just asking about my youngest daughter, like, what is her passion? I said, well, I know it's eating, you know. She loves to cook too, you know. I said, but I'm not sure if that is her real true passion, you know. So it is very important that you find out what you love to do, and when you do what you love to do, it's easy. It is very easy for you to do it. I think that's why I stayed with AT&T for 36 years, because I loved customer service. You know, I loved helping people. I loved the people that reported to me or that I worked with. You know, it wasn't just about helping AT&T be the best company, but it was about helping each individual that crossed my path be a better person. And in that, it helped me become a better person.
Absolutely.
So Young Best is a, now, do you take this, do they come into you? Do you go out to the schools? How would someone who wanted to be a part of Young Adult Best, or that wanted you to come out and speak to a group of people, you know, how do they initiate that?
Yeah, again, the best way to initiate is to contact us. And, you know, again, you can contact me directly, and we can get you started. We are all about, especially in a world where everyone wants everything fast. It's not so much that you're going to get these skills fast, but we want them to be accessible. You know, to everyone. So if, for example, if there's a church that's working with a group of young adults, you know, that they know are in some need, because, you know, churches have different things going on, where you have some who have a younger group of members, and they know that their members need help, they need support. We're absolutely open to going to that church to assist them. The biggest thing that we do that we actually will place people on job sites through our construction company, in an effort to give them on the job skills, because that's a very critical piece. We do the education as well as the on the job skills. And in the midst of all that, you're working on developing what it is, your passion, your career path, and where it needs to go. Whether it's like you said, a hairdresser, becoming a licensed cosmetologist, it's a license. Becoming a electrician, a plumber. Believe it or not, years ago, there were apprenticeships for electricians, for plumbers, for roofers, and masonaries. But we've gotten away from that, unfortunately, and we have to give that back. That's the only way we can have apprenticeships is by giving back. So we work with other businesses and partner up with them in an effort to give back and help those develop their passion and their career.
All right then. Well, that is great. So now let's talk about priceless preservation.
Yes.
Okay, this is a property preservation and restoration company. So you specialize in roofing, sidings, windows, custom kitchens and baths. You can even qualify for a $10,000 exterior home improvement grant and how can I? Can you tell me how I can qualify for that? So tell me a little bit about now. So this is the construction company that you will take young adults and really kind of put them in a role to see if this is something that they're excited about.
Even if they're excited about, but even not only that, but just to make sure that you are in a position that you can hold a job down. Because that's critical. If someone gives you a hammer and tells you to hammer in those 5 boards, and they come back in 30 minutes and you only have 1 board up.
Right. Or either you hammered the window and broke it instead of the boards.
So just can you follow tasks? It's critical. Because if you can't, you're going to lose your job, no matter what your career is.
Most definitely, I agree with that.
But yes, with the construction company, we do restoration would be just rehab. Preservation is actually where a company comes in, where there's a vacant house that maybe the bank owns, and they need it boarded up. So that's the preservation, where they want to make sure the water is off, so no further damage happens to the property. So that's the preservation piece. Restoration is totally rehab, and we do everything from the roofs to exterior facades to the interior. We are licensed and bonded to do those things. I am the manager there. So 9 times out of 10, you'll talk to me before you'll talk to any of the guys before we get them sent over there to you. Where we mentioned this, the grant. Believe it or not, because of our involvement in real estate and in community service, we try to make sure we stay on top of the different grants and funding that's available to homeowners. And, unfortunately, a lot of the grants, they have stipulations and requirements. You have to live in a certain area, or you must be in a certain income bracket, or you must be a certain age. But those things are available. And there's even some things that are available to first-time home buyers. So just in regards to that, that's what that spoke of. There, a grant that was available in various areas, not throughout the city, just various areas of the city. So in an effort to make sure that people were aware, because we were finding that people weren't aware of this information. So we like to keep people abreast on that. The other thing that we do too is we actually have partnered up with finance companies, because again, people need the repairs now. So we have partnered up with some finance companies that they take a look at your credit, but not as harsh as you might think. So a lot of times, people won't even apply because my credit's bad.
Right, exactly.
The only way to know if you qualify is if you apply.
Exactly.
So we have partnered up with some finance companies, and one thing about it is that when you actually finance your repairs to be done to your house, it's not a lien that can go on your house. Okay. So you make arrangements, you make the payments through them, and they don't put a lien on your house, because that's important, because then you feel like you have another mortgage.
Exactly. And so just explain that, because a lot of people, may not even understand that, when you get a, like $18,000 or whatever it is that you get, so it is like applying for, when they put a lien on your house, it is like having a second mortgage, because they are the second person in line for that house if you fail to make that payment.
Absolutely.
So you're using a finance company who does not attach that loan to your home. So, God forbid that you go in default, because you don't get into a loan saying I'm never going to pay the loan.
Absolutely.
You go into the loan with all intentions of doing what you're supposed to do. When people take care of you, you take care of your business, But sometimes, we, things happen.
Yeah.
So, but it is a good thing that you're partnering with people who are financing the repairs or whatever it is that you need, but not attaching a lien to your house.
Because it scares people, especially with the mortgage crisis. It scares people. So it's just important to, like you said, to know that it doesn't become a lien holder where they can basically foreclose on you, because that's what a lien holder can do. They can foreclose on you, whereas it does not become that. However, like you said, you absolutely, do need to pay it. It is, going out and like you financed your stove and your refrigerator.
Right. Or the car you drive.
Absolutely.
Or, so again, I think that, and there are people who are out here that are doing things that, are wrong. But there are hardworking people who have done the very best that they can. They have fallen on hard times, and sometimes things happen. But for the most part, I think people get up in the morning and they try to be the best people that they can, that can possibly be. I know for me, personally, I've worked hard all of my life. I've tried to do the best that I could. When it came to the situation with my home, it was a decision that I had to make. And I heard Tyler Perry say, you are not married to your house. It is happening to people every day. Some people do it all the time. So do not let this hold you down or hold you back or make you feel as if you're a bad person because you need to walk away from that house. Walk away if that's what you have to do. Or get the information that you need from Long Realty Group. From LaTisha Moore at Long Realty Group, Priceless Preservation, Metro Detroit Housing Services, Young Adult Best Incorporated. Man, if I had you put on a different hat for everything that I just spoke about, we would be over here with a whole lot of different flavors going on. It has been a pleasure, as always, sitting with you and talking with you. I think that this show, there is a wealth of information. I know for a fact, I've been involved, I've, heard about all the different things that you do, your Young Adult Best, I think, is just, priceless, that it goes with Priceless Preservation as well. I think that is a great service that you bring. Everything that you're doing is great. What is really more important to me is the knowledge that you have and the knowledge that you're willing to share so effortlessly, so freely, that you're giving this. You're not just getting all of this knowledge and trying to hold it in for yourself. And it's not about making money. When you're out there doing a financial seminar for free, you're blessing other people. You're being a blessing to someone else. And that, my child, is why you continue to be blessed. So I know for a fact that you guys are going to continue to just reach a horizon that you probably don't even know that's possible right now. Eyes have not seen, ears heard, or what God has planned for you. I absolutely love and adore both you and Jabari. You are very good people, young people that are doing really good things. Again, it amazes me at the knowledge. I remember when he started to go into real estate and where he is today. I'm very proud of him, and every time I get an opportunity, I say that to him. I'm proud of the man that he is, just the honesty and the character. I'll put my neck on the chopping block for him and you at any time. So you guys continue to do what it is that you do. And again, if they want to get you for the financial literacy or anything, first and most important, because so many people are losing their homes or walking away from their homes. It is very important that if you are having any problems with your mortgage, if you have any questions, that you reach out and you call Long Realty at 313-309-3309, or you hit their website at www.longrealtygroupllc.com. And that if for any other information, if you wanted to get a financial literacy seminar for your group, for people that you know, that you contact LaTisha at, give them your number, LaTisha.
313-350-4338. Again, 313-350-4338. And let me just mention too that in giving our seminars, we partner up with experts in the industry. So we will have bankers available, loan officers available, insurance reps available, as well as a licensed realtor. We make sure that the information that we give to people comes from the industry, not, anyone can look up anything on the internet, but oftentimes you may have personal questions that you want to ask, or just something you need to be able to see, feel, and touch. And you can at our seminars.
Well, that is great. That is great. Again, I thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and sit with me. I truly appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me. You've made my world just a lot different. Now I can really look at moving to North Carolina or Florida.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and thank you for allowing me to share the information that we have.
Oh, most definitely, LaTisha, most definitely. And then we'll get back together because, I'm committed. I'm going to support you. I'll do whatever I can to assist you guys. I've already made myself available, even if you need me to babysit. I would do that, whatever it is that you need me to do, because I truly appreciate you guys. I know for a fact that you guys, again, have character, have integrity. You have a wealth of knowledge that you're willing to share. I think that it is a must that people reach out to you, get this information. I think that many people will be blessed as a result of this information getting into their hands.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I am going to end my show as I always do. I thank the people who watch me, who support me, who take the time out of their schedules to look at the information that I bring to you each and every week. I want to thank you from my beating heart to your beating heart. I love you. You understand? Okay.